guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are up close and personal, and I want to give you an update from the last 2 weeks. Now, first of all, I want to address the raspiness of my voice. I'm just dealing with a summer cold, nothing more than that. So I'm just in like healing right now. But I feel good. Besides that, I feel excited about what I'm going to talk to you about and just my update literally in just the last 2 weeks. So there's going to be more information to come as far as this goes, but I just kind of wanted to let you guys know where I'm at, because if you watched one of my videos a couple weeks ago, that raw story time, I had a rough go there for a while, and I recently have had a major shift, not just physically but mentally and like spiritually. I feel like I'm good with the Lord. We're good. but as far as like certain other things, I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel like things are swirling. And I had this full circle moment happen. And I'm definitely going to talk way more about that, but for just the sake of time, because I'll be honest, I have a lot to do today and I feel good enough to do it. My son has senior pictures later today. I just filmed a Facebook Live for my pharmacy stuff, and I have a friend coming over pretty soon, and it feels good to have stuff to do, and I feel like I have the energy to do it. And like, you can go look at that video from 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, however long it was, and compare it to now, and there's a big difference, I believe, and other people are seeing it too. And that's what I kind of want to talk to you about a little bit. So how can I share this with you in a short version? So I've on this healing journey, I've gone yonder. I've gone down every avenue. I've done research, but not to the point of where I'm obsessive. I feel like God's directed me and guided me to like different things to also have a better understanding, okay? And to learn about this kind of like chronic illness and like how to get free from it, and like, you know, how to take care of our bodies as well, and the whole thing. So anyways, I have always believed since, especially the last couple of years, that there is a huge neck component to, that's just my puppies moving around, neck component to these conditions. Now, around here, I only went to a regular chiropractor that I've gone to for lots and lots of years. You know, it's kind of you're in, you're out, you're done, you know, kind of like helped with headaches a little bit and tension, but it was always continually like I didn't feel like major changes, okay? And so within the last year, I've really dug more into like the upper cervical, and although I'm not super educated on it, I do know that right back here is your upper cervical, and right above it is your brainstem. Now, for me personally, and the tests that they have done on me, it has actually shown that a lot of my issues and sensory stuff comes from the brainstem, and that's my balance, the way my eyes see things, and so I've been aware of this for a long time, and you know, I've done the whole thing, and I was like, well, I don't know what else to do, you know, because like I've gone to a chiropractor, I've done this, I've done that. I've even been suggested to get injections in my neck, which I was anti doing that always. To fix the problem, I don't think we need to keep injecting ourselves with things or putting things into our body. I actually feel there's a better way to heal. And, you know, I'm not against medicine, but I'm not about, you know, I guess I should backtrack on that. I'm not against medicine, but when it comes to injections, That's just not the route that I personally want to take. Not if that's your vibe, totally go for it. If it's helping you, I'm so happy. But for me personally, I just knew that was a big no. This is not what we're doing. I am open to supplements and other kinds of medications, but that route is not for me. So no hate, please, because I'm not, it's like I said, you know, everyone has their story and this is mine. So I've been aware of this for a while, and months ago, a lady that lives in Arizona but comes up here to visit occasionally, she texted me and she said, you know, this is the short version. She's like, I think you should check out this chiropractor, and he's helped people like you, and he basically is an upper cervical chiropractor. And this was right around the time where I just got diagnosed with vestibular migraine. And so like, I don't like to pile on a bunch of stuff all at once because it overwhelms me. You know, it's like, I just want to like zero in on this right now. So I kind of just put that on the back burner. I didn't forget about it, but I just kind of left it there. And so anyways, I'm going to be honest, ever since I got like diagnosed with vestibular migraine, I feel like through this quarantine and stuff too, like I was progressively getting worse. And I'm like, this is insane. Like, what is happening? Like, I feel like I'm backtracking a little bit. And someday when I have more understanding on it, like I do know a lot about neuroplasticity, but there is a lot to do with the mind, body, spirit connection that I also want to talk about in the future. I just don't want to talk about something until I'm fully knowledgeable in a certain area. So anyways, you know, because once we hear things and once we believe certain things, and, you know, we create pathways in our brain. Like that's scientific and it's biblical. And so I'm like, okay, I'm seeming to have more headaches now, more migraine, and I'm just like, what's the deal? And so anyways, I finally made a call to this chiropractor. I was able to get in fairly quickly. I saw him, it will be 2 weeks ago yesterday. And so I am 2 weeks after that visit, and wow, you guys, okay. So here's the thing. Just to paint a little picture, this appointment, okay, so if you're like me, you get nervous before new appointments, new doctors, like you don't know what to expect, the building, everything, sensory stuff, everything's going wild, okay? And I'm not feeling good. I'm super dizzy. My eyes were getting worse. My light sensitive, like I felt like I was going backwards. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So that's how I felt going into this appointment even. Like, felt like dirt. And so I walk into the building and my like throat sunk into my stomach because I noticed it was an updated, remodeled old building, and the way to the appointment was the elevator, and I didn't know where the steps were, and I hate old elevators. Excuse me, I need to take a sip here. So my heart's racing because I'm like, I gotta get in this elevator and go up 4 flights that felt like 100. It was insane. Some of you are gonna relate to me here. So anyways, I go in there, I get up to the appointment, and I'm just ill. Like I walk up to the receptionist and she could see it all over me. I'm not well. I'm very at like pretty much my worst state that I could be in. And so I was like, you know, I'm filling out some of the forms, and thankfully it was dim in there, so that kind of helped with the light sensitivity a little bit. And my husband showed up late. So I was like, oh, so he finally got there with me and we chatted. Long story short, I finally saw the chiropractor. Didn't know what to expect. Like I said, I've gone to a chiropractor since I was little. Like, I've been adjusted a million times. This was next level. I'll be honest, it was intense. Like, But the very first adjustment, so I was like, legit felt like rocks in my shoulders. And like, you know, cause when your sensory system's all like heightened in your nervous system and everything's flaring and going crazy, this gets super tight. Okay, which is connected to this, which is connected to your brain. Okay. Anyways, so he did the very first adjustment, and I was like, I remember like my eyes got big. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it was crazy because I wasn't expecting it, because it was way more intense than I was used to. But legit, from that very first one, like everything like eased up. And I was with, he saw me for about an hour, and we did like my whole body, like, and normally, if that would have happened to me at my other chiropractor, because I've had times in the past at my other chiropractor where it's not her fault, because I feel like she was great, but I would feel more dizzy and I would feel more sick, and I would have to go home to bed and recover. I am not, you guys know, I don't exaggerate, I don't lie, I tell you the straight truth. And I stood up from that table, like my husband witnessed this whole thing, and I was steady. Like, I didn't feel like my world was spinning. I actually felt peace, and I just like was more in shock. Like, I got quiet because I was like, what in the world just happened here? Like, I was a swirling mess, and an hour later I'm like smiling, laughing with the receptionist and joking around, like excited about coming back. And like, that's not normal. I'm sorry, that's not normal. Like, and so anyways, to make a long story short, I'm going back. The following, he wanted to see me every week for a while because I am in a chronic state, obviously. But since then, so okay, maybe I should talk to you first about how what he suggested to me though. So, I did add a few more supplements to what I'm already taking to help get my nervous system to chill out. But I added a probiotic. So I'm taking a probiotic. I'm also taking an adrenal, something for my adrenals to help them calm down. And I'm also taking an herbal stress relief because we need my nervous system to calm down. So many people with vestibular issues don't realize your nervous system, they are like this, okay? And you gotta get both of them calmed down. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been taking these. I had that adjustment. I went on vacation. I drove 5 hours. Well, I didn't drive, but I was in the vehicle for 5 hours. I went on a boat. I stood up on a paddleboard for the first time in since before I got sick. I did so many things. Was I symptom free? No, I wasn't. I'm still symptomatic daily, but things have decreased. But I also want to point out one other thing. I had a friend who did a 40-day prayer for me. She prayed for me literally every day for the last 40 days, and that just ended the other day. So mind shifted. So this doctor got me, he's all about neuroplasticity. I'm like, Monica, why did you, I feel like I kind of swayed off of what I learned and how I knew how important that was, because it's so biblical and it's so true, like what we think, and it shifts and it changes and it alters our neurons in our brain. And this chiropractor is all about that. So I got my mind shifted back into perspective. I literally got my neck adjusted. And also when I was done adjusting, I actually felt more blood flow through my body. Like, I actually felt things more. Guys, it was wild. It was in a good way, okay? And yeah, so I went on this vacation to Minnesota for a week with my family and friends, and I had fun and I had minimal downtime. I didn't hardly have any moments. And here's the biggest kicker. I haven't had any major migraine or headaches in the last 2 weeks. I've had a little pressure and things here and there, but no joke, symptom-wise, from the day that I stepped in there, I was about a 90%, and I've been about 45, 50% since then for the last 2 weeks. And I was gonna say this one last thing. After I got adjusted, I have never, these last 3 years, everything that I've tried, I have never had instant relief like that. It was like I said, I was so in shock that I didn't even have words, because I just couldn't believe it. Like, after this many years, and just for something to like work that quickly. And this doctor actually like said to me, he's like, he thinks I can be better in no time. And so I believe that. Like, from what I experienced, I've been praying, and between God and like getting me to this place, and also shifting my perspective again, I felt like I was going down a rabbit trail of like all this other stuff that, yes, it's happening, but I gotta rein that stuff in. And so yeah, so it was like a full circle moment for me, where God was like, look at this, look at the big picture now. And that's where I've been the last 2 weeks. I'm happier, I'm feeling healthier, I'm gonna start eating better, because this chiropractor also, he's like, it's not just brain health, you have to have your gut in good health as well, because that's your second brain. We all know this. And so I'm really gonna make an effort to clean up my diet. I'm not gonna be super strict, but I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna do better. And so I have an appointment with him. I haven't been able to go in a couple weeks because he was on vacation this week. I was on vacation last week, but I have an appointment next week, and I will be seeing him on a regular basis, because it helped more than anything else ever has. And so I want to share my exciting news with you guys. Yes, I'm at the beginning of this journey, but this feels right. This feels so right, and I'm happy, and I'm thankful for prayers, and I'm thankful for just so many things, guys, so many things. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I love you guys. If you have any questions, because I know I was kind of all over the place because I was kind of excited, just comment down below, or you can find me over on Instagram at newlifesparrow23, and we can chat. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.